Hello and welcome to the Crystal Lightworkers podcast to aid spirituality and well-being using crystals. I'm Jackie Winters, founder of the British Academy of Crystal Healing, and today I'd like to discuss with you the journey of the soul and help you light up with crystals. Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day and thank you for joining us and tuning in to listen to today's podcast. So, what is the soul? If you're like me and don't fully understand what the soul is, maybe this podcast will help you find a resonance that sits well within you for now. I say for now because we are always evolving, opening up to new experiences and changing our perception of the truth. What is true for me today may be expanded upon tomorrow. So I have learned to be open to change and changing of my perception and my growth based on my experiences of life, which allow me to grow spiritually and open myself up to new experiences. The truth should never be boxed. You should never box the truth by a mindset. You should always be open to feeling whether or not the resonance of what is being said or offered to you sits well within you. So today I'm going to open my soul a little bit and share with you my crystal channelings. And again, I ask you to just digest it, see if it sits well with you, and see how you feel about what the crystal said to me. So the soul, as I understood it from reading, is a light and it inhabits form and has experiences based upon its needs. Okay, I said, but what are those needs and why does it need these experiences and where is the soul going? Well, what is its purpose and basically why go to all the bother? So I settled myself down to do a meditation and see what the crystal had to say to me. This is what I would like to share with you today. I used a teacher crystal, again out of my sacred geometry collection, silenced my mind and sat quietly waiting for the sensations to arise within me to the questions that I was asking. And they, for me, come through as knowings, I know. But then I have to try and find words to be able to share my knowings with you. So hopefully I've interpreted correctly what they have said, and hopefully they will help you understand and digest the spiritual journey just that little bit deeper. Okay, so here we go with the conversation that I had with a crystal. So I asked, what is the soul? Sat quietly and waited, and then came, the source of our being is light. So the soul is light. It is independent of the body and it is eternal. It is attached to the body via the umbilicus cord, an energetic cord of light that affords the soul freedom to explore in the etheric realms of the earth, but always remaining connected to the body. It dwells or lives within the heart. The source of all consciousness is light. So every living entity which has a soul has light in form. And when the soul leaves the form, often some say that the light has gone out. The soul does not have an identity. It is a neutral energy and thrives on the vibrations of joy, love, and happiness. The human experience is an opportunity for the soul to experience these vibrations of love, to heal and repair itself, once again becoming whole. This is the purpose of any incarnation, to know love. The personality or the identity of the incarnation aids recognition of love by experiencing duality, opposites, love and fear, insecurity and security, affording the personality an opportunity to choose to find its way back to the soul, back to love, which is done by following the heart. Many know this to be true, but get lost along the way, remaining in the darkness and lost in the mindsets that often overcast the sensations and the wisdom of the heart. Okay, so how do I feel about that? Not really sure. I think, it sounds as though the soul is love, and I think I sort of understood that. So Next question was, where has the soul come from? The answer was, it is difficult to explain this as you are thinking in a linear format of time and materialistic mode. The soul hasn't come from anywhere. It is ever present, everywhere and nowhere. The closest explanation I can say is it's sort of like the wind. It is everywhere and yet nowhere in particular. It's just passing through. It is part of a sea of energy similar to a cell in a great network of cells. The soul have had many experiences of incarnation, thereby becoming what you call an old soul, or it may be a new soul. New souls occur when solar flares are emitted from the local sun and sparks of light, souls, travel away from the sun to begin a new experience within this solar system. When wholeness, pure unconditional love and purity is achieved, the soul can ascend and travel into the higher vibrational realms of other solar systems. There are limitless possibilities for the soul, but basically it is trying to return to wholeness and pureness of love and unconditional. So how better can I connect with my soul? The answer was, you have been teaching recently about going beyond the limitations and restrictions of definitions that are placed on words, and how it is better to feel the resonance within you to discern whether the choices you make are advantageous or detrimental to the repairing of the soul to wholeness. In other words, whether you're choosing the path of love or fear. Souls get damaged and shatter when traumatic experiences happen to them, and so they need time to repair themselves in the ethers. Visiting Earth is not the only way to repair the soul, but it is one of the best in human forms, as this offers the 5 senses to communicate with the surroundings and the inner world. Also, the natural vibration of Earth is silence, so it makes it easier to heal if the personality chooses to give the soul its attention. Free will is also one of the conditions of the Earth experience, which means that it must be the individual's choice to heal the soul or not heal the soul. So in answer to your question, how can I better connect with my soul? Spend more time in nature, more time in silence, and listen, but truly listen to your body, your heart, and rest your weary mind. Use the crystals to soothe your mind, love your body, and release the stress of the emotional baggage that you may be carrying. Be kind to yourself and to others, and allow all experiences to pass through you. Check in with yourself to see if you're holding grudges, whether you're sad, angry, worrying, or fearful. Have no expectations of life, and become the witness, not the judge, of what is happening around you. Remain neutral, and be only the guardian of self. Do not try to influence others, as this is their reason for being here, to have the freedom to make their own choices. As a mother, you may give life to a child, but that child then owes you nothing. It was your choice to offer the gift of life to your child. Whilst the child is young, encourage it to make its own choices wisely, by connecting to its heart and ensuring that your child is making soul advantageous choices based on love. You then become a good guardian and advocate for the soul. Also, please remember that your soul is everywhere and nowhere. It can energetically attract situations to you, draw your attention to important information, give your intuition a nudge, alert you to opportunities, and do so much more than just, sleep inside your heart. But you have to place awareness and attention and listen to be able to hear and see and witness these little messages that your soul are sending you. Be in the silence and get out of your head. When you have experiences that you label déjà vu, it can in fact be your soul advancing into what you call the future to ensure that you are doing and going the best way forward. I hope this helps you understand a little bit better. So the next question I asked is, what is a soulmate? The answer was a soulmate is someone who comes into your life and enhances your experience of love. This can sometimes mean that he or she shows you your darkness or unearths feeling within you that you haven't managed to fully digest yet. A soulmate is not a Disney-type romance, so expecting your prince or princess to put you on a pedestal and worship you is not always instantly achievable. You both have to learn the art of unconditional love. That's loving without any conditions. And then a unification of vibratory rates from both of you is possible to live in the state of bliss, nirvana, total enlightenment. This is always helpful to remember when you enter a relationship, so don't become deluded by stories and be open to the reality of the experience and not the illusion. Your soul is asking you to become pure and release all emotional residue caught in your cellular composition, thereby purifying your earthly ancestral links. And this helps in two ways. Firstly, it clears the body and ensures that the new DNA is encoded to a higher spec sort of thing. So a better version of your mind, your body, and your spirit. And this happens energetically as well as physically. So the new generations are born with the new DNA. And secondly, your soul experiences the freedom and lightness that is achieved by releasing and opening yourself up to the purer, gentler realms of existence. So the next question I asked is, does the soul retain a memory of the incarnation? And the answer was yes and no. The energetic field around the earth carries all the information of every happening within it, sort of like the Akashic records. Now, when your soul leaves the earth's vibrational field, it has little recollection of what happened on earth and can remain in the stars to recharge. However, when it returns into the earth's vibratory field, it picks up the story again, so to speak. Now, some souls never leave the earth's vibratory field when they leave the body. They remain in the ethers, witnessing and staying closely connected to the story of life until they are ready to move on. Other souls decide that they need to leave the earth's vibratory field straight away and travel to the cosmos, where out in the cosmos the soul rests. The cosmos offers a nothingness, a time to revitalize and rest in neutrality. And then I said, so the journey of the soul is not a journey at all. It is a repairing of love. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. However, there is a journey involved. A journey back to the sun, which in the manifest world is what planet Earth is doing. She is journeying and travelling around the sun, edging ever closer to returning to the light, and you are experiencing her evolution whilst in human form. So you are physically sharing the journey of Mother Earth back to the sun, and energetically your soul is doing the same thing. I hope this helps you and motivates you to keep in touch with your soul. There is a saying that may mess with your mind a little bit, but hopefully help. So here we go. In the beginning, there was nothing, but for nothing to know itself, everything had to be experienced. When everything had been experienced, nothing remained. So this is basically saying that there is a neutrality of no thing, just pure awareness, of no disturbance, just a neutral energy of awareness. But to know itself, it has to have the agitation, it has to have everything experienced. So the soul comes into human form or into form and has the experience of life in form. And when everything has been experienced, it goes back, nothing remains. Okay, so here are a few crystals to help balance and bring a good connection to the purity of your soul. So let's speak about celestite and peach aventurine. Oh my gosh, two of my favorite crystals. Celestite is the most beautiful blue and it's great for communication, and peach aventurine just helps you reach a deep, compassionate level of vibration resonance within you. So peach aventurine will bring through communication and compassion and help you connect to your soul in that way. Apophyllite and hematite is like heaven on earth. Apophyllite takes you to the heavens, takes you to the bliss, the purity, the loveliness of the unconditional mind. And the hematite helps earth it so that we don't end up drifting off into fluffy land somewhere. Sugilite and yellow jasper bring wisdom and confidence. Sugilite is one of the most amazing crystals to help you get heart wisdom, and yellow jasper helps you digest your heart wisdom and know what your heart wants. We then have the combination of snow quartz and smoky quartz, enlightenment and security. Snow quartz will take your mind and your awareness into those higher vibrations to help you know the neutrality of the soul. And the smoky quartz will help you feel really secure and solid here on the earth plane. So my suggestion is to maybe choose a pair of the crystals because they both offer a nice balanced energy for you to experience that good communication with your soul. Use them in conjunction with each other to ensure you maintain the balance. If you use celestite on its own, it doesn't have the same impact as when you marry it with peach aventurine as with apophyllite, hematite, sugilite and yellow jasper, snow quartz and smoky quartz. These are the balanced commodities. Well, I've really enjoyed speaking with you this morning, and I hope you've enjoyed the podcast and it's opened your mind to maybe delve further into knowing your soul and, just self-inquiring. How do I feel and what do I feel my soul is saying to me? And do I agree? Is the soul love? Or is it just a fictional thing that we all think about that we label as feelings? I don't know. Anyway, it's for you to make your mind up what sits right for you. Go in love and wellness, beautiful souls. And if you would like to join me on any classes, well, we would absolutely love to see you on the online classes. If you would like more information, please visit www.British Academy of Crystal Healing. And if you're struggling getting any of the crystals that I've mentioned, we do have availability. So we don't have a shop, but if you want to email BACH orders@yahoo.com. We can see if we can help you find some of the suggested crystals and email them across to you. That's BACHORDERS@yahoo.com. Okay, so until we meet again, I'm sending you lots of love and gratitude for joining me this morning and knowing that you are sharing the spiritual awareness that I am in this time zone on this wonderful planet. Take care. Lots of love, Jackie.